A cluster is an area where there are Baha'is that contribute their efforts that work together. And what are they trying to do? Basically, in clusters, we're trying to do two things. We're trying to teach the faith, which means share Baha'u'llah's teachings with our friends, our families, our neighbors, our schoolmates, our co-workers. And we're trying to advance the Institute process, which means go through the Ruhi books. And why? Because they're awesome. They connect our hearts to each other and to Baha'u'llah. And as we do that, we learn to be of service to each other. And there's nothing better than that. And this song is about that. It's called the Cluster Buster song. Because all of us, there's some New York City people apparently have heard this before, all of us can bust our clusters wide open. So, you can be a cluster buster, so this song is for you. And I still feel like some sort of elderly country musician here. Maybe I'll sing with a drawl. Oh, we have two more B clusters that are going to advance. Philadelphia Southwest. Any youth from Philly Southwest? All right, we got one. You're not alone. There's other people there. And then we have Lancaster. We got one from Lancaster. Okay, great. All right, so I'm going to sing the chorus, and you can figure it out. And then if you don't sing, it's super lame-o, because it's actually not that great a song. So if you don't sing, it's a disaster. And it goes like this. So we're building a cluster, yeah, better believe it, Buster, yeah. We're building a cluster, yeah. We're building a cluster today, yeah, 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 yeah. And that yeah, yeah, yeah is super important, so you gotta get the yeah, 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 alright? So we'll try it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're building a cluster, yeah, better believe it, Buster, yeah. We're building a cluster, yeah. We're building a cluster today, yeah, 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 yeah. All right, you gotta sing a little bit better than that, but you know, we'll get it going. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So we're gonna join a teaching team to find out what teaching really means. We're gonna have their devotional gatherings to give Baha'u'llah praise and our greetings. We're building a cluster today, yeah, yeah, yeah. Here we go. So we're building a cluster, yeah, better believe it, Buster, yeah. We're building a cluster, yeah. We're building a cluster today, yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And we're gonna have our study circles, and we're gonna learn to serve. And we're gonna have our devotional meetings to give Baha'u'llah love and our greetings. We're building a cluster today, yeah, 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 all right. So we're building a cluster, yeah, better believe it, Buster, right, that's fun, oh yeah. We're building a cluster, yeah. We're building a cluster today, yeah, 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 alright. Well, it's fun to have technical difficulties, and it's kind of like life in our cluster. Sometimes things go right, sometimes things go wrong, but we keep praying, Baha'u'llah comes along before too long, and he makes what was wrong, he makes it right. And we say our prayers morning, noon, and night. And we just keep the good vibe going. And we just keep our community growing. We're building a cluster today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we're building a cluster. Yeah, better believe it, Buster. Yeah. cluster today. Yeah, 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 yeah. So don't you know this is the time when if the musicians were awake, one of them would have been on stage now to play a solo, but they were up until 4 a.m. jamming, and they are now in bed. And we are going to do the solo communally by whistling. So I hope that you're ready for that. So you got to pucker up. Ready? All right, here we go. Here we go. Come on, get it going. Rockin'. So we're building our cluster. Yeah, better believe it, faster. Today, yeah, 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 yeah. All right, we got one more verse to go, which goes like this. So you know we got our children's classes, and we got our programs for junior youth and youth, and we learn about the gems inside us, and how the foundation of all human virtues is the truth. We're building our cluster today, yeah, 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 yeah. So we're building a cluster, yeah, better believe it, faster, yeah, we're building our clusters, yeah, we're building a cluster today, yeah, 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 you guys really rock, thank you. So that was great. I got to whistle and added to the elderly country musician sort of I'm building my cluster sort of vibe about the whole thing. All right. There's a wonderful letter that has just come out from our National Spiritual Assembly addressed to all of you. And you'll be getting it by mail, or they may make photocopies you can take with you. It just came out. And it has this quote in it. It's from Shoghi Effendi, and they quote it in its entirety. And I'm going to put it down here in case I forget it. But I'm going to rely more on you, I think. Anyway, this song is a collaboration, little-known collaboration between Shoghi Effendi and Bob Dylan. No one really knows about their artistic relationship. It was very exciting, a little under the radar. But nevertheless, here it is. So I hope that you'll enjoy this. And the chorus is, the times they are a-changing. So when we come around to that, you can just join in on that. And then being bold, I added myself as one of the collaborators. So the last verse is me, my words. So really, Shoghi Effendi, Bob Dylan, and me. So I don't know how that's going to go over. Hopefully Becky's not in the room, so my administrative rights will be safe. But really, wow, Hartford Tollin's going nuts. Okay. And this quote really speaks to where we are in the world. Because we teach the faith, we share Baha'u'llah's teachings for two reasons. One is because our purpose in life is to know and to love God. And when we share Baha'u'llah's teachings with someone else, we are helping another heart connect with its reason for being. And what greater gift is there than that? The second reason we teach is because the world is going to hell in a handbasket and needs us to do something now. So, this song is about that. There's no time to lose, there's no room left for vacillation. Multitudes hunger for the bread of life, The stage is set, the firm and irrevocable promise has been given. God's own plan has been set in motion, and it's gathering momentum with every passing day. For the times they are a-changing, for the times they are a-changing. You gotta join me a little bit on the chorus, that would be nice. The powers of heaven and earth mysteriously assist in its execution. Such an opportunity's irreplaceable, like the cell phones going in the back. Let the doubter arise and himself verify the truth of such assertions. To try to persevere is to ensure ultimate and complete victory. For the times they are a-changing, for the times they are a-changing. That's really nice. Alright, so now this is my third verse that I boldly inserted. The line is drawn, and the call is to arise. So look at the world now, refocus your eyes. 'Cause the present day order is falling down, and a new one is rapidly rising. And the universal laws of justice wants us to rise. For the times they are a-changing, for the times they are a-changing. One more time, for the times they are a-changing. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to do one more, and then I'm going to leave. So this, when we set about doing what we need to do in our clusters, in our daily lives, so we begin to live the teachings of Baha'u'llah, and then let other people be affected by those teachings, we have to rely on daily prayer. You know, Rainn Wilson last night talked about our relationship to the laws. And Baha'u'llah describes his laws as lamps of guidance, as keys to the mysteries, rather than a list of do's or don'ts. And one of the laws is to pray every day, which if you think about it, is such a wonderful law, because we normally think of laws, if you break a law, you go to jail. But we pray. So, as we go about teaching, we have to rely on Baha'u'llah. So, I wanted us to pray together now, to beg Baha'u'llah to be with us, to do the work we have to do. Shoghi Effendi has this wonderful statement. If you're sleeping, wake up. If you're waking, sit up. If you are sitting, stand up. If you're standing up, walk. If you're walking, march. If you're marching, run. So all we have to do is the next step. If we're asleep, we don't have to get up and run. Right? You're going to pull a muscle, something's going to happen, right? But if you're sitting, just stand up. If you're standing up, just walk a little bit. That's all you have to do. You don't have to take on the world tomorrow. You just have to do the one thing today. So, let's beg Baha'u'llah to be with us, to help us. Put your trust in him, and we'll go forward. So, we'll divide the room in half. I'll get this side of the room singing Ya Baha'u'llah Ha. Once you've got it, then we'll have this side of the room sing Ya Baha'u'llah Ha. And then once you're going, just keep going. Do not stop until, I think, maybe the evening program. Okay? So just keep going. I'll sing something on top, and then I'm going to leave. But I don't want you to stop just because I'm leaving, and you don't need to clap or anything like that. So we'll just keep going till dinner time. And that'll be awesome. Just ignore the MCs when they come back out. That'll be great. keep singing. Right, keep it going now, come on. That's good. You guys need to pick it up just a little bit. Come on. Rely upon God, thy God. 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 Rely upon
I'm going to start with a song by Sufjan Stevens. And this is a song that he wrote about his own relationship to Jesus Christ. And as Baha'is, we know the holy station of Jesus Christ and all of the messengers of God. And I found that he so perfectly described an intimate relationship with that Holy Spirit. And it's a beautiful song, so I thought we could share it today and take from it what we can. I'd swim across Lake Michigan. I'd sell my shoes. I'd give my body to be back again. In the rest of the room, to be alone with you, to be alone with you, to be alone with you, to be alone with you. You gave your body to the lonely. They took your clothes. You gave up a wife and a family. You gave your ghost to be alone with me, to be alone with me, to be alone with me, to be alone with me. Okay, so how many of you have ever done some service? Anywhere, maybe out of a high school, maybe in your local community, you got Greenacre. Where else have people served? Let's hear in Haifa, Costa Rica, Togo. Man, it's good to be a Baha'i, right? You get to travel and see the world. China, Africa, Chile, wow. Wow.
Maryland.
That's amazing. Well, how many of you have ever been to Boschba High School? Sweet, okay, well, Bosch is sort of like a second home to Carmel and I and our whole family. And every summer we have something called the Youth and the Junior Youth Institute. It's very important. And it's a place where the youth in California come and study one of the sacred writings together. And it's this week of service. We do service in the Redwood Forest, where Bosch is located in the Santa Cruz Mountains. And I encourage all of you to come and participate if you ever have the chance. It's in beautiful sunny California. You can go to the beach. But this song I put together actually with Andy Grammer. I don't know if he's in the house, but we were serving as counselors, and at the end of our youth week, you guys all have had these experiences of when you serve with people, and there's these bonds that are created that you don't even know where to begin, how much you feel. You can't even describe how much love you can start to feel for someone. You didn't even know that you could feel so close to people that you hardly knew. And the truth is that we feel that because we're serving together. It's nothing inherent in any one of us or special about the place we're in. It's because of the attitude that we approach what we do. And this song we put together for the youth to remind them that it was our service and our time together and what we were doing that was so important. So this song is called Whirlpool. It gets really catchy at the end, so if you could help me out and just start to sing, it'd be good. I will remember this well. Where we go, the time will tell, and I'll have photos of your face to remind me of this place. Introduce yourself to me, turn to smile nervously. That was just 3 nights ago. Where the time went, I don't know. But a whirlpool spun us around. I never knew I'd lost what it is I found. And with all this love within, I can't tell where I end, don't know where you begin. Staring up beneath the stars, realizing who we are, I will leave and make my plea, though the world may not believe, but still I'll be holding on. And when my strength is gone, these photos of your face will remind me of this place, where a whirlpool spun us around, yeah. I never knew I'd lost what it is I found. And with all this love within, I can't tell where I end, don't know where you begin. This is where we need your help. Ready? To get some claps going. It's gonna go like this. Clap, clap, clap. Ready? Oh, you're ahead of us. Okay. Clap, clap, clap. There you go. I have seen the inside. There's nowhere I could hide. To the world I must die, but you'll be by my side. I have seen the inside. There's no way I could hide. To the world I must die, but you'll be by my side. I have seen the inside. There's no way I could hide. To the world I must die, but you'll be by my side. I have seen the inside. There's no way I could hide. To the world I must die, but you'll be by my side. I have seen the inside. There's no way I could hide. To the world I must die, but you'll be by my side. Got a shaker now. Yeah, if you're interested in any of those songs, I got a little CD for sale from the bookshop. Um, each one is made personally. I like to spray paint, so it's kind of a piece of art as well. Um, so this song is, you guys might know, it's by a Baha'i artist named Conrad Lambert. Anybody? Maybe a few. This might be fitting for the morning because it's called I Know You're Awake. So we'll see if that's actually true. Can you get the house lights up a little bit to wake up a little bit? Yeah, can we do that a little bit? Just a little bit of house lights, a little bit, just a little bit. A little bit of house lights to wake us up.
Yeah, open it up.
Is Jen Wilson here? Is Jen Wilson in the house? Thank you, Jen. This one's for you, Jen. I know you're awake. I know you're smiling in your heart. 'Cause there are 3 reasons why we are never apart. I know you are miles, but what's a mile anyway? Is my guitar out or I just can't hear it? We're all gonna wake up here.
Grab that mic. I need someone. Oh. Okay, well, yeah.
What do you think,
Put it
John?
on the guitar. We're getting someone to put a mic on your guitar.
Wow.
No.
Okay. Yeah, just so I can reach the mic with my mouth. And then... Thank you. It's perfect. Thank you. Good? All right. Wow, thank you. Look at that. Problem solving. It's an important skill. Let's try it again. You guys ready? Deep breath. From the top. Take deep breaths. I know you're awake. I know you're smiling in your heart. 'Cause there are 3 reasons why we are never apart. I know you are miles, but what's a mile anyway? When a maker says that we're of the same dust. You are a part of me and I am always with you. So what's a few months? So what's a few years? I know you're awake. I know you're smiling in your heart. 'Cause there are 3 reasons why we are never apart. Number 1, I look at the moon. I know the light and the rays are silver. It's a reflection from the sun that bathes you in daylight. Number 2, like atoms, the more we separate, the more light we bring to the whole world. Forces created when we part. Number 3, where there is love, there is always time. And when there is time, we are always together. Whoa, whoa, uh-oh. You guys wanna try that? Whoa.